Hello YouTubes, this is Grimweird coming back at you with more Enigmatica 2 Expert Mod Pack playthrough action for Minecraft 1.12.2. As always, we are joined by our lovely avatar, Zombie Steve. And so, as I mentioned in last episode, we had about 2.5 episodes worth of stuff that, a couple weeks later when we were going to publish it, because I'm behind on actually getting this stuff published to YouTube, we found out we had mic problems and had no sound. So one of the main things that happened in this episode was we finally got enough cobblestone together to do a portal to the deep dark. So we did that, and this is where we appeared. And as you can see, we put a cave illuminator in the room above us, which gave us lots of nice little yellow wisps everywhere to light things up. Because that video has no sound, and because I don't really have the time or interest to go back and try to narrate it and figure out how to do that, I'm just going to do a quick review here. So what we did when we got to the deep dark was we just sort of grabbed our hammer and dug down. I was a little nervous and tentative because I wasn't exactly sure how this all went, but I seem to remember that you would dig down and then fall to your death. The one time I came here before. And yes, that's true. You do dig down for a ways and then come out into a cavern full of stalagmites and stalactites and whatnot. As you can see, we've got it pretty lit up now. So this is like a week and a half later. If we look at the map, all of these parts that say DM is where I've put my digital miner down and have done some digital mining for both Draconium and also the Nuclearcraft ores. And so what I'm doing today is I'm going to set up another digital miner run. And we're going to head somewhere off this direction. So there's a few things to point out about this place. One, it's a great place for crystals. So they're real easy to see. I have night vision on right now, and I don't think I can turn it off. So that makes it a little difficult to show. But all of the place that has this sort of reddish tinge to it here is lit up by the Astral Sorcery, these yellow wisps from the cave illuminators. I've got 2 or 3 cave illuminators in here, and I've been moving them around a bit every once in a while to expand where they have. Pardon me, I have to cough. And I've been moving them around a bit so that they have lit up a big area. But then when you get out here where everything is gray, that's where it's actually dark. And the thing that I have to keep reminding myself is that if I go out there and spend too much time in the dark, I start to take damage. But one nice thing about going out in the dark, you can see most of the crystals really well here. So like obviously there's a big patch of red ones, a big patch of white ones, a big patch of green ones, etc. I still have a hard time seeing the black ones out here, the Perdicio ones. But this is a good example of those, is that out here you can see the black ones pretty easy because everything is dead gray. But because the black ones do give off a little bit of light, they have sort of a bit of red around them. So if you come out and look around here for little patches of red amongst all the gray, if you have night vision on, which is very nice, then you can find things like that where there's some black ones there. But again, you got to remember that if you spend too much time out in the darkness, you start to take damage. So yeah, I'm going to set up another run on, where do I want to do that? Right about in here somewhere. I'm going to set up another run on my digital miner. Yeah, right about here maybe. And so this has been doing good for us. It's been giving us a decent amount of Draconium. If we take out, I can't remember if I had the scanner and looked at that much before. Oops. But if we take out the scanner, And it is currently set at to scan for Draconium. So you can see there's little spots of Draconium all over the place. So we've been pulling up dribs and drabs of Draconium. And if I were to change the card over to my lithium card, let's go ahead and do that. Let's see, so I'm going to shift right click to get into my scanner. Take my Draconium scanner module for Draconium ore out. Put my scanner module for lithium in. And I'm going to right click and hold. And boom, then scan for lithium. And that shows me where superveins are. So you can see there's a nice supervein action here. So I'm going to go ahead and hook this up to power with a flux point and throw an ender chest on it to send stuff back. Check my config, max equals 60, I'm at Y63, that sounds about right. So we're going to start and away we go. But yeah, so it's definitely the Deep Dark is definitely a great source for Thaumcraft crystals, Viz crystals, as you can see, and they seem to be growing pretty well. So I've mined some of them from here, but if you just sort of leave them alone, they seem to expand quite a bit. So some of these got pretty big before I mined them, and so. Yeah, that's about all I need to say about that, I guess. And if I could turn off my night vision, it might be a little more apparent. But I've got night vision now, and that also makes this place sort of easy. Between the Astral Sorcery Cave Illuminators providing all of this light and night vision, it ain't so dark anymore in here. But that's about it for this. Trying to think if there's anything more I want to say about any of this. I will say that I'm up to a tier 5 void miner for ore, and I think I can get Draconium from tier 6, but I haven't moved up to tier 6 yet. Because right now I'm getting a nice trickle of Draconium from the Deep Dark. I may eventually have to move up to tier 6 just to get large quantities of Draconium. But for now, I haven't needed to. So I'm just doing this for now. And I think that's going to cover it for this episode. Again, because of the mic problems, this episode and the next couple are just going to be sort of reviews of the main points of what happened when I had no sound. But that's it. Here's the Deep Dark. And the funniest thing about it was that right after we finally made enough damn cobblestone to make our Deep Dark portal, literally the next thing we did was open a bunch of loot chests, and we got another Deep Dark portal as a loot chest reward. And then the very next loot chest was, I think, either 6 or 8, a little stack of 6 or 8 octuple compressed cobblestone. So it's like, I don't know if that was programmed into the game or if it was just really bad luck, but it was pretty funny to finally get enough cobblestone together and finally get my Deep Dark portal and then get rewarded another Deep Dark portal and a whole ton of compressed cobblestone. I was just like, okay, whatever. But anyway, it's been good. We're here. And we have found other uses for cobblestones, so that's good. But until next time, this is Grim Weird and Zombie Steve signing off. Bye.